Yeah, so I just got back from watching Abigail. It was amazing. This is definitely a must go watch. I mean, everything from the comedy, the horror, the jump scares, the actors. I mean, it was just almost perfect all across. I don't know. Yeah, this way, as you'll see, I have um, Lost Boys poster behind me, so that's a huge. I mean, in my tier rankings, I had it as a masterpiece. One of my favorite, probably my favorite horror film of all time, besides maybe The Thing, and a couple others. But it's just right up there. This kind of fit perfectly into that. I'll get more into that later, but the comedy was amazing. All the actors, Angus Cloud, R.I.P., Melissa Barrera, uh, Catherine Newton. I don't think I've seen her in other stuff yet, but she was hilarious. Kevin Durant, he had some great kind of like one-liners with a couple of parts where just the entire theater was kind of dying laughing. So I mean, just all of them. Dan Stevens, he didn't get as much kind of comedy aspects, but he kind of played that more serious role. So that was really cool. But the film was amazing. I don't want to really spoil all too much. This will also be a very quick video because I have work unfortunately very early in the morning. But yeah, I'm not going to really get into all too much of it because I want people to go experience it for themselves. And I know everyone's probably seen the trailer at this point, but um, in case you haven't, I kind of want that twist to happen for you. But even though I kind of gave it away with the poster, but amazing film. Abigail, Alicia Weir, she was amazing. The way that she was kind of incorporating dance into the horror, into some comedy, into feel good. I mean, it was just amazing across the board. I mean, how old she is, like 13, 14 years old. And so she really stepped up and, really was kind of, in a way, a star of the show, to be honest. All the characters kind of got a lot more screen time, but just kind of the pieces that she played and her dialogue and her just actions and movements were, really cool to see and definitely a new take on that genre of horror. I don't want to get too into it again, but yeah, just wanted to release this video from start to finish. Kind of that twist you have at the beginning, the second act, which is a lot of comedy and kind of making you side with the people that morally are kind of wrong. And so just the way that they incorporated comedy into that, kind of getting another background just a little bit more and their character traits, was amazing. It was really cool, super enticing. I was really locked in the whole time. Kind of wish it was 2.5 hour movie, just the way that it went. But yeah, it all led up perfectly to the third act, which I think was executed perfectly. It reminded me a ton, as I mentioned earlier. Which way is it again? A ton of kind of the Lost Boys ending with just how things kind of turned out and the people involved and the tactics, and it was really cool. It's a different spin on things. The different tropes that you're used to hearing with this genre of movie. Um, how to do something, what's effective, what isn't. It was just kind of fun how they poked at each one of them and tested them out in ways. And so yeah, I mean, this is a perfect movie. Whenever I have the chance to, I'm gonna 100% view this again. Definitely buying it on DVD. Hopefully, getting a poster to add up to here at some point. But I mean, it was so awesome. It was actually a pretty crowded theater. I know this is the first day that it was really being released and aired in theaters, but not like it wasn't a low key movie, but just for how I guess not talked about it's been so far. It was pretty crowded and it was just a cool experience, and everyone was laughing together. Everyone was saying "oh shit" for different parts, and so I mean, just all in all, pretty damn near perfect. So definitely go out and watch this if you have a chance to. It might be a little crowded this weekend because it's just came out today, but either way, I'd 100% suggest it. Get some friends for sure who don't know. If you already know what like the twist is and kind of how this movie's gonna go, definitely get some friends who don't know it and just kind of toss them in and see their reaction because I did know going in, but just the way that some people definitely in the theater did not was super cool and just an awesome twist, and we'll definitely kind of get a good reaction out of them. So yeah, definitely see this. Definitely support all these actors. I forgot which studio created this, but I think they're a small time studio if I'm not mistaken. So huge shout out to them. Shout out to the directors, everyone. I mean, it was the writers. It was amazing. So start to finish, I was locked in the entire time, laughing the entire time. But yeah, definitely suggest this. I'm gonna have a more in-depth view tomorrow with kind of my positives, neutrals, negatives, which to be honest, there probably aren't any of those. But yeah, thank you. Have a good night, and I will have a extended cut of this tomorrow. So just wanted to get this out there and say go watch it if you have the chance to. But take care.